for this. I literally have bought all my red pill lines. I do own quite a few. I'm not going to disclose how many I own, but I own a lot. I own a bunch, basically. So, yeah, I just minted all mine, basically, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. And
You got some good polls, yeah.
yeah, I got some good pulls for sure, for sure. But yeah, dude, this is the last chance to get in because after this, I think the prices are going to start spiking up because there's only one place to get them. It's open.
Yes, sir. And one thing I'm excited about too that I haven't spoke about that I'm only going to briefly brush over. I'm not going to give you guys the full details. Is a lot of people think that after the mint ends, we're only just going to be providing utilities. There's some things that we're going to be tying into our smart contract,
Mm-hmm.
like a new thing you can do with your NFTs that we're going to be announcing in the future. So that's something I'm really excited about. So on top of utilities, we're innovating the brand, we're innovating the actual technology of the NFTs, and there's going to be a lot more to do with your NFTs than just hold or sell and then gain utility. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming.
No, definitely. And oh, I wish I could say what we. So yeah, I mean, we've been. There's some cool stuff that's going to happen for the holders of the NFT as well and stuff. So definitely, definitely, definitely. And who almost let it slip? Holy shit! Never mind. I'll just keep quiet. I'll keep quiet. You know, hey,
You're good, brother.
I'm just saying, man. It's gonna be good to be a mint. It's gonna be good to be a red pill holder, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Them
Yeah, because
lions.
these lines, if you're a part of our community, we try to prioritize the community in general of being able to enjoy the experience in the NFT space. Because obviously with crypto, you can deal with coins, you can deal with NFTs. We want you to enjoy the NFT space to where like I promoted a project that I've seen a lot. A lot of our holders are also in this project. It's called OK Duck Yacht Club, and they are a community that actually has an identity like ours. So when I see other communities and other projects that do it right, I have no problem supporting them. So when we for our holders and our lions, we want to prioritize a community where people can co-create, people can get along, and a lot of our utilities are where you come and you act in some of our series. We have a series called The Adventures of Savaho. We had
Wait, say that. Wait.
The Adventures of
The
Savaho.
Adventures of Captain Savaho.
Yes, The Adventures of Captain Savaho. So basically, my older brother, who is a phenomenal script writer, we have a web series where we have a lot of Red Pill content creators in it, where he plays a fictional crime fighting simp, like a police officer, and it's a comedy. It's a hilarious series. And we've had holders act in it. Shout out JTC Tech Pro. He was one of our holders that we had in the series. And his episode is stocked with Red Pill content creators like Hotep Jesus, Alpha Villains, Lucario, and a bunch of other people. So but with the community, like seeing people in our Discord get along so well and co-create with each other and help each other out, whether it's in the gym or in finances, the community aspect is something I prioritize so much. So going forward, that's something that we're going to maintain and innovate on.
It's beautiful, man. Now, the one cool thing that me and you've been talking about in the background a little bit is, over time, with the funds generated from the sale of it, I mean, growing that so so you guys can do more cooler stuff, right?
Hmm.
And that's kind of the whole point of the NFT for is just to, you know, you get this Ethereum, and then basically from there, you invest it into places, grow it, and then you're able to do more, like basically fly more people out, maybe start funding an entire web series or books or movies
Hmm.
and stuff like that, and kind of keep pushing the culture back and stuff like that. I mean, this is something you actually talk. I think originally, I mean, you guys were working with Rolo basically on this,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. One of the main conceptions was Rolo was very interested in a red pill documentary, and that is something that where when we were talking about how to reinvest these funds in the correct way, we didn't want to be able to amass capital to just like, hey, let's go buy a car, hey, let's go buy a house. We want to put it back into the project, but not only the project, back into the community. There's some people that aren't into crypto that are in red pill. There's some people that are in red pill that aren't into crypto, where we wanted to be able to provide a value to this brand where it's two halves of two different worlds. It's the red pill and the crypto community. So on top of ways that we can innovate for crypto, we can also innovate for the red pill community and shine it in the correct light. And whether that's through a web series like Kevin's doing, or a documentary like Rolo wants to do with us,
Right.
or any type of we have an idea that's a post mint idea where I'm not going to give out all the details, but out of this community, and not just by the heads of it, a red pill book being created.
Mm.
I'll explain details later. Um, with the community. So being able to create for the red pill, but also envelop everybody in it that's a holder to help us create and mold this,
Right.
will also paint the red pill in the correct light. And it's basically used in the correct light of what it's supposed to be for. It's not something that people say is dangerous. Like, oh my God, you can't say that, that's dangerous. When you really see how dangerous it could be when people aren't in this space. Like you see people that do terrible things to whether women or themselves. Were like, the first time in my life that I ever got a text through Discord that, hey man, your community saved my life, was crazy to me, because I remember being around Rolo so much
Damn.
and hearing people text him and message him and see it on his lives like, hey, your book saved my life. And the fact, I know it sounds weird, but I got that message twice from two different people, and I'll never forget that. So it's a space that definitely helps people, and if I can give back to the space, that I would love to, and that's what we're gonna do.
Dude, that is sick, dude. And let me tell you, that's actually really important sort of thing. At some point, me and Charlie will be doing like a crypto documentary as well, and showing what crypto really is, the crypto mindset stuff, and kind of go behind the scenes on like both our lives as well as like what it actually means to actually be in the crypto space. But let me tell you this right now, like you guys understand how like if you actually search up the red pill, it's some beta bitch movie about some women called the red pill or something, right? So
Yep.
we if we don't write our own history, they're going to write it for us. So if we've got to band together over time and just and make, like, I think it's really cool if Rolo ends up doing the documentary and we help fund it and stuff, and then we ended up rolling it out and stuff. We'll get behind the scenes between us, Rolo, the what's called Fresh and Fit, all the stuff like Donovan Sharp. If we get the whole red pill and stuff like that, all documented right now and stuff, this is a moment in time. Like, I really believe that this is kind of like we're in the middle of Woodstock or something, like we're in some special moment right now. It's not over yet, but we're like in the middle of it, and it's like we're gonna look back 15, 20 years from now and be like, holy shit, I can't believe like what we did, what we transformed the world. And there's gonna be a lot of grifters for sure trying to like say like, oh, they were a part of it, or they're really like behind it and stuff like that. So it's like we have to really like push. We got to really push to do this before it gets bastardized and stuff. So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you got it.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, how would you go? Because I mean, how would you guys go into like maybe actually filming that and stuff? I know this would have been a perfect question for Kevin.
Yeah, so to stem off what you said, then I'll answer your question. Like, if you don't have control of your narrative and other people do, you'll never be able to. Because in one way, it's kind of like a movement, but another way, it's like to grow a space in the correct way, you got to be painted in the correct light so that people are open-minded. And that's why I feel like even you guys doing a crypto documentary is so important, because it's not only that you guys are making a crypto documentary, you're making a crypto documentary about people that use it in the correct way, that do it in the correct
Right.
light.